right. Good evening, you guys. Welcome to the Hangout. This is Winning Ways Forex Trading Volume 18. It is March the 7th, 2016, you guys. A lot of great things are taking place right now within the group. It's been a great start to the new year. We got a few familiar faces on here and a few new faces on here, but we're going to give everybody a chance to kind of just introduce themselves and then we're going to do a little bit of market review. We're going to do a little bit of market preview for what we see coming up throughout the rest of this week. And then at the end, we're going to talk a little bit about some things we have coming up in the near future. As far as events go and whatnot. So we're going to go ahead and get started, you guys. We have on the panelists tonight, we have Stanley, we have Desmond, and we have Lewis. Three sharp gentlemen, you guys. These guys have definitely, they become students of the game. They're no longer just out here just playing around with it. They're no longer just looking at it. They're not looking at it as a hobby. They're looking at this as a potential lifestyle changer. Okay, and so these guys are really doing what it takes in order to, be successful in this market. Okay, they say the majority of people, the reason why they don't become successful in the market is because they don't put the time in to learn the craft. They don't really know how to put themselves in position so that they can win long term. And so what these gentlemen have done is they've actually taken the time, they've taken the energy, and they ask questions, and they really put their head in so they understand what it takes to really win with this, you guys. So shout out to them for that. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about psychology of trading first. Okay, I know me and Lewis were talking about this the other day when we were hanging out, and we were just talking about how important it is to understand the psychology of the business. Like, the reason why the majority of people have a hard time being successful in trading is because they don't understand that it's all in your mind. Okay, and if you can really control your mind and get your mind on the right structured set of rules and have a disciplined mindset, you're gonna go very, very far with this, you guys. So anything that you want to cover, I know you want to cover some things about the importance of having a sound mindset when you're trading, Lewis.
Yes. Like one of the biggest problems that I honestly face myself was always like the emotional aspect. Because a lot of new people come and they do demo, and then they fund their live account, and it's like a whole different world. It's the same market, but it's a whole different world because actually with a live account, that's when your emotion kicks in. That's when you actually have the feeling knowing that you can either make money or lose money. So that's where a stable mindset comes into play. Like what we were talking about before, that I personally know someone myself that they're very good with technicals. They're very in depth when it comes to trading and market analysis. But this specific person, I noticed that he has had a problem staying consistent with his
Hmm.
trade. Sometimes I get on webinars with him and we talk and stuff, but I realize, we could see the same thing in the market. And even if the market's moving in his favor, there's always something. Either he gets stopped out, or either he thought about it too long and he got a bad entry, and things of that nature. Give me a second. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but we can't see you. Your screen's not showing.
Oh, yeah. Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm kind of like in a mess place right now, so
Okay.
yeah. That's why I took my screen off. But But honestly, the biggest side of trading I've seen has always been the mindset. And there's so much to say about that. We could talk about mindset, we could talk about controlling your emotions, having self-discipline, trusting your system, remaining confident, consistent. But words are not enough. You get me? Words are not enough. It's mainly having like a different approach to the market. Instead of seeing the market like an ATM machine where you could print out money every single second, you gotta see it more as a market that brings opportunities. The market is open, let's say 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, but it doesn't mean that you should be trading those 24 hours, 5 days a week.
Hmm.
That's where
Hit
discipline
on.
comes into it. That's when where setups usually happen, or when there's more when the market is most liquid. Not just that, your analysis could be correct. It could be 100% correct that UJ is gonna go up, for example. I'm not saying it is. I'm just giving you a random example. You know, but your psychology, like your mindset, can actually mess you up and prevent you from actually making money on that trade. And that was my main problem when I first started, and the reason why when I first started I was very inconsistent.
Right. So would you agree that just by having the right mindset, it can take you a lot further? Even, a lot of the times, like you were just saying, a lot of the times you can be right on the trade, but because you may have either got a bad entry or you may have put too much leverage down on that trade, you end up losing the trade as a result of it, right?
Exactly, exactly,
Right, right,
exactly.
exactly. So being disciplined, you guys, is very important. Having a sound mindset and actually, using risk management. That's a big thing, you guys. Risk management is so important because, like, even if you are right on the trade, you can end up losing that trade. So risk management is very, very important, you guys. That's one of the things that we teach. We teach you when you get started in this group, regardless if you're already in the group or not. We teach you risk management. We teach you the proper lot size to use. Okay, we cover things that are going to help you become successful long term. You know, um, any team that you see, the majority of teams who you see winning in professional sports nowadays have good defenses. Okay, you cannot have a terrible defense and just expect to win the championship. It doesn't happen often. You got to have a good defense. You got to have good chemistry on your defense. So one of the things we teach is we teach you how to play good defense. We teach you how to get tight stop losses. We teach you how to get good entries so that you can get a tight stop loss. We teach you how to use the right lot size. We tell you, when's a good time to take profits, so you're not being too greedy, but at the same time you're not short selling yourself. So we give you guys all the different pieces that you need in order to be successful in the market day in and day out. All right. And another thing, just to touch on how he said we don't trade every day. We don't trade every day because the market is volatile and has best periods of time to trade during certain times of the day, right? Typically, which is the New York and the London session, you guys. So you won't see us trading too many times just throughout the day. You don't want to be stuck on this computer all day, watching trades. You want to live your life. You want to be able to go out and do things that you were doing before you got involved with this. And that's one of the things that too many people get caught up in is they get caught up in the aspect of just trading. They feel like you got to be on the computer placing trades every day, and that's not the truth. And a lot of people who don't understand the industry, they think that too, that you have to be on the computer every day watching trades and trading. That's one of the questions that I get sometimes from people who aren't too familiar with it is, Elon, do you have to sit on the computer all day and watch that trade? Do you have to watch what's happening in the market? And the answer to that is no, you guys. You just have to be in and out at certain periods of the day, and that's it. And go back to whatever you were doing. If you were, if you want to go cook, if you want to go out, if you want to go golf or travel, whatever the case may be, you're in the market from a certain period of time, and then after that, you're going about your business, make your money, you guys. So we don't want you caught up in this all day, every day. Um, you only need a few specific times in order to really make money. It's basically what I'm trying to say here. Okay. So that's what we wanted to cover on the psychology aspect of it. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to do a little bit of market review from this past week, and then we're going to do a little bit of market preview that's going to be coming up, in which we see happening this week. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have a few announcements. We're going to let these gentlemen who are on the line as well just talk about a few things that they've learned and what they see themselves doing moving forward. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do a screen share. We're going to cover a few things that took place recently on a few pairs. I mean, didn't really. That was the first time I met him. All right. I didn't know that. Can y'all see my screen?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yes, yes.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, you guys. So, okay. Okay, so this is right here, you guys, is actually I don't even want to. We're going to cover this, but I want to cover this second. What I want to cover first is what took place with the Euro US dollar and what is taking place right now. Okay, this has really been a pair that we have dissected very well over the past few months. We've gotten some very good entries on it, and we've been able to ride this baby up and down ever since early January for the most part. Okay, as you can see right here. This was NFP last month. It made a sharp drop, came back up, Okay, I got a lot of trend lines drawing here, you guys, so bear with me. So here's what happened. So a lot of people got caught up in this position right here, okay, back in the middle of February. A lot of people thought that a head and shoulders formation was going to form. Excuse me, that's actually earlier, February 12th, right here, okay? A lot of people thought right here a head and shoulders formation was about to, form. They thought it was going to come back up here and fall. But what happened is that is not the case at all. You see it continued to drop, and then it dropped, and then it dropped a lot right here as well, okay? Because they did an inverted head and shoulders, which is basically the inverse of a head and shoulders, right? You have inverted head and shoulders, and it was a small rise. It's a very small rise right here on February the 26th. And then you see the market drop 20 meetings that took place a couple of Fridays ago. Okay, so I think the G20 meetings only happened like maybe 10 or 11 times in history. And so it was a very, very bearish day for everything that went against the US dollar. A lot of pairs dropped heavily on that Friday. So basically, guys, you take a look at what happened right here. We're on the hour chart right now. I like to look as far as the direction of the market goes on the hour chart, okay? I look for the direction of the market on the hour chart. I look for setups on the 15-minute chart, and then I look to get my entries generally on the 1-minute chart, you guys, okay? And then, of course, we have indicators that we use just for confirmation, all right? You don't ever want to, get caught up in actually using indicators to trade. You want to use indicators just as confirmation, okay? One of the reasons I say that is because, for instance, moving averages, they're lagging. They're not up to time. They're not moving at the speed that the market is moving at. So a lot of times people will depend on the indicator, and the market would have already been past that already. So you're either missing out because you're depending on something that is late at the end of the day. It's not real time, all right? So as you can see this morning, you guys, the Euro USD has started its climb, and I believe it's going to climb, you guys. It's got a lot of climbing to do, okay? I believe it's got at least another 200 pips, another 200, 300, solid pips of climbing to go before it reaches its target. With that being said, you see they did another inverted head and shoulders right here. We caught a very good trade on this pair last week, Wednesday morning. We got the head of the inverted head and shoulders. All right, we got it at like 1.08370. Very tight stop loss as a result of that, and we were able to catch a quick 30 pips right before it settled down right here before this takeoff or the second rise, took place on the Euro US dollar for the inverted head and shoulders, right? A lot of people caught it on the shoulder, all right, which was ideal, but we caught it on the head, which is even more ideal. So shout out to everybody who benefited on that. And then, of course, NFP, the dollar was bullish, so for only a short period of time, because you see the market did a quick drop right here. It made an M and dropped, okay, and then it started to move back up. So that's what's taking place, you guys, and then it kind of consolidated throughout the rest of Friday. And then when the market opened just this past week, it did a quick gap down right here, and now as you can see, it's starting to rise. Okay, so they did another. Check this out, guys. They did another inverted head and shoulders on the 15-minute chart. Take a look at this right here. I'm going ahead and I'm going to remove these Bollinger Bands just so you guys can see it very clearly. Here's another inverted head and shoulders right here, you guys. Basically, what an inverted head and shoulders means for those people who are not familiar with the market is that it basically means the market is going to move heavily in the opposite direction, right? So if you see a regular head and shoulders, that means the market's going to drop. If you see an inverted head and shoulders, that means the market's going to rise. And that's what took place, okay? And then now you're seeing the market is starting to consolidate, all right? Could you guys mute your microphones right quick? Or whoever, I don't know which one you. Cool, okay. What's up? Okay, back to where we were saying. So yeah, you guys can see the market sort of consolidated right there. This is the Euro US dollar on the 15-minute chart. Now we're going to talk about what I see taking place now. Okay, so as you guys can see, after it made 3 very big drops, one drop, 2 drop, Three drops, okay? So now, as you can see, it's starting to rise, okay? So I believe it's going to hit this 1.13 target, okay? I believe it's going to come up to that throughout the rest of this week. It's got a lot of ground to climb, okay? So we're going to be looking to go long on this for the majority of the week, you guys. After it retraces, I expect for a nice little retrace to take place between now and the time the London market opens, the London session. And then the market's going to climb. It's going to climb either London or it's going to climb the U.S. New York session in the morning time. So look out for that, okay? Now we're going to look at another pair right quick. We're going to look at the Australian dollar versus the United States dollar. Okay, so all right, you guys. So this is the Australian dollar versus the U.S. dollar, okay? And as you can see, there's been a lot of rise here. Okay, a lot of rise here, you guys. So as you can see, the demand level started to hold back during the end of February, and then the market started to climb. So you have one level right here, you have another level right here, a third level, and then it actually went a fourth level. Okay, this doesn't happen too often, but from what I see, actually see it happen more times than none on this particular pair. This is the pair that I've seen irregular patterns take place. All right, more than three levels of rise or drop, and it usually happens on this pair AU. So as you can see, there was four levels of rise right here, and then it's starting to drop now. So it has a nice reverse to do. Okay, it's already dropped about 70 pips since earlier today, and I say in the past 7 hours. So right towards the end of the New York session. Hold on. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I got you loud and clear, man.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool. All right, I wasn't sure because I wasn't. Nisha said she couldn't hear anyone, so I was making sure that you guys can still hear me. Okay, so back to what I was saying. There's a few more things I wanted to cover. Um, you guys still see my screen, right? Right?
No, I just see you.
Oh, snap. Okay, so I need to go back to the screen. Has it been like that the whole time?
No.
Okay.
No.
I was like, oh, dang. Got to start all over. Anyways, all right, back to what I was saying, you guys. So this is the Australian dollar versus the U.S. dollar we were just talking about. Now, I'm expecting for this to continue to go long as well after it makes its midweek reversal. So look right now, and then after that, look forward to continue to rise even more. Okay. Now, last but not least, you guys, we're going to take a look at the United States dollar versus the Canadian dollar. Okay. Now, you guys, I want you guys to understand something. Price action in the market. You can pretty much predict what's about to take place. All right. You can recognize the support and resistance, the supply and demand levels, and as a result of that, you can get very good entries, and you can get very tight stop losses, and you can even, use your leverage as a benefit. You can leverage up. All right. And that's very important, especially when it comes to, making money with this, you guys. One of the finer aspects is, the leverage that you can take advantage of. And leverage can be a blessing or a curse. Okay, leverage can be a blessing if you understand how to get good entries and how to take advantage of it correctly. It can be a curse if you're impatient, don't have much discipline, or if you get bad entries. Okay. I want you guys to pay attention to what's taking place. If you use price action correctly, On this chart that I have drawn up right here, I drew a trend line back here on February the 12th. And if you take a look at just the basic average of the market, it's hit that trend line and bounced quite a few times. Okay? So take a look at this right here. Actually, just earlier this morning, I generally don't even trade on Mondays, but had I seen this right here, I would have taken this trade. Okay? Right here on March the 7th. It hit the trend line hard, and the market fell. Okay? Had a nice little even star, and the market fell. So these are things that you guys want to, pay attention to. All right? You guys want to be able to get good entries, and you want to be able to, exercise your leverage correctly if you get your good entries. All right? So that's something that you guys want to, learn. If you really want to be able to, use these tools and benefit from this information to the fullest, learn how to get good entries. If you get good entries, you guys, I'm telling you, not only can you avoid, losses, but you can really make some great profits at the exact same time as well. Okay? So that's what I wanted to cover you guys on a little bit of market review. We talked about a little bit of market preview, a little bit more market preview as dollar to fall. It's going to be a bearish week, I believe, for the U.S. dollar. So I want you to look for the euro. We're going to be playing that long. We're going to be playing the Aussie long after it makes its correction. USD JPY, U.S. dollar Japanese yen. I continue to see that going short as well, you guys. So that's a little bit of market review and preview. What I want to do now for the second part of our hangout today is I want to talk to a few of the people that we have on the hangout. A few of them have been with us for a few months. A few people have been with us for a few weeks. Some people have been with us for about a week or so. But in that period of time, they've learned some things, and they've been able to apply it to their skill set so they can make their experience as a trader better moving forward in the future. And so what I want to do now is I just want to bring a few of them on so they can tell you their story, tell you where they're from, and tell you a little bit about themselves and how they got started and where they see themselves going forward in a few minutes or less. We'll say everybody get 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, to pretty much say some things, and then we'll take it from there. So first and foremost, Denisha, I see you are on the hangout, and we want to go ahead and ask you, a few things that we just spoke about. What have you learned, and how did you get started, and where you see yourself going forward? Okay, maybe she's having technical difficulties. So, Desmond, I guess you're next. Desmond, would you like to go right ahead? She says she can't hear me, so she's having technical difficulties. We want to get that situated. While we get that situated, Desmond, I'll let you go right ahead, man. Say a few things, and we'll take it from there.
Okay. What's going on, guys? I hope you guys are enjoying your evening. I definitely am. I guess Columbia, South Carolina. Been looking at trading for a while, actually, guys. One of the biggest things that piqued my interest was the fact that I saw Elon doing so well with trading. And you guys, 2 summers ago, we were actually in Miami together for a convention, and we just watched the opportunity we were part of just kind of burn to the ground at one night. And Elon was like, "Yo, man, I'm going to trade Forex," and I was like, "Well, okay, cool. I'm gonna still do my thing with MLM." And I still got a lot of love for MLM, but at this point in time, man, I've kind of reached the same point that I reached back in my 20s when I was in MLM before. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of dealing with people, and I'm looking at Forex as that way to generate some real substantial income, and kind of basically what I'm trying to do now is 2004 I fired my job. 2016 I'm trying to fire myself. So that's why I'm looking at Forex as that viable option, guys. So what I've learned since I've been a part of the group, I've been practicing by myself, but being a part of the group now, I've learned to be less anxious, be patient with my trades, take less riskier trades because I'm trading off emotion instead of actual setups. You know, and that's what a lot of things that I definitely needed. I'm appreciative of it because now I'm not burning through accounts like I was before, guys. And as everybody know, the Euro US dollar is my pair of choice, and the reason why is because that was the pair that I was trading on that actually freaked me out from trading. I stopped for a while because I took a bad trade and things went crazy really quick. So news came out and the euro went up really high, and I had a big negative account. So, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna make the euro USD my currency pair of choice, and that's why I always trade that currency pair. But because of the training, because me actually taking the time to go back through, just like I was telling somebody else, whether you guys know it or not, I'm actually going through the Steve Morrow's training. This is my third time going through it, and it's because I really want to understand how to work Forex, how to make a substantial income off of it, because I really, I got kids. I got a wife. As a matter of fact, Elin, my wife is pregnant now, man. We about to have another little one on the way, man. So yeah, definitely, man. I'm trying to retire her from being a technician so she can come home and be a full-time mommy. And I want to travel, man. So, looking at Forex is a way, I can make money right from the phone without having to deal with people. That's the beautiful part about this, and being able to trade with a group of people who are actually all working toward the same common goal, which is, hey, get rich, man. So, I'm enjoying it, and let's keep making it happen, guys. Elin?
Awesome, awesome. Great information. Thanks for sharing that information with us, man. I do remember that conference that we had in Miami a couple summers ago, and I was telling you, man, hey, man, it's not looking too hot right now, with the direction that I see this company going, and it's like, you know what, I was already kind of doing, trading a little bit. I was dibble dabbling, on the side a little bit, and I was starting to see some things. I was like, wow, like that was pretty easy. Just made $200 in like half an hour. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it's real easy. It's like I didn't have to talk to anybody or anything. So it's okay. I should start taking this a little bit more serious and whatnot. And just as time went on, I started to learn a little bit more, and then here we are today, man. So yeah, shout out to you for remembering that, and shout out to you for being here and actually, seeing it as a viable way to, get where it is that you want to get.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
All right. Nisha, looks like, can you hear me? Denise, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, awesome, awesome. We can hear you too. So now that you are able to join us, we're going to go right ahead and we're going to pass the microphone over to you. And we're going to let you share a little bit about yourself, how long you've been training, and where you see yourself, going forward, and what you've learned so far.
I've been trading off and on for a year. I've learned a lot between, you, Steve, the Forex chicks, um, just different people, just gaining my knowledge from everything to help me to become a better trader. And what was your other question?
Where do you see yourself moving forward?
Well, Forex is my passion. It's my number one passion that I always had a desire for. So I just continue to see myself growing further and learning more and more so I can become better, so I can, give trade signals as well. So I'm here to improve myself so I can get better at that. Long term, I'm definitely in this for the long haul.
Awesome. So, I mean, one of the things that we don't see too many ladies like actually doing it, and I guess what would you say the reason is because of that? Because we do see some ladies doing it and they're killing it, they're crushing it. But I guess for some reason some ladies seem intimidated by it. Do you feel
Yeah,
that this is something to be intimidated by? Do you feel like it's something anybody can do?
yeah, anyone can do this. And I encourage more women to get involved in Forex. You see a lot of guys, but women can do it too if you put your mindset to it. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for sharing that with us, Denisha Nails.
You're welcome.
All right.
Hey, yo,
Stan the
Edith.
man, Stanley. What's up, Lewis?
What you were saying, the crazy part is that there's usually more men, but the few women that are trading, they're usually killing it,
Yeah.
like killing it heavy, like at least the girls that I know.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm telling you, man, it doesn't matter. There's no particular mold that fits a certain trader. Like, maybe professional sports is a certain mold you have to fit to be an athlete or whatever the case may be. But honestly, you guys, this is 80% mental. So if you just understand the mental aspects of it and you become good at mastering that, you're going to be very successful in the long run, you guys. It doesn't matter what you look like, what your race, religion, creed, gender, whatever the case may be. You can have a lot of success doing this if you just want to learn a few basic principles and stick to them. And of course, work with a solid group of people who know what they're talking about. That helps too. Okay. So last but not least, Stanley, we're going to go ahead. We're going to let you share a few things as well. You can tell us a little bit about yourself, how long you've been trading, what you learned, and where you see yourself moving forward.
Let's see. I've been trading for about a month. Just on and off. Well, not on and off, but with different groups and different people. Trying to read and YouTube videos. That's what I've been doing for the past month. It's definitely a experience. I like it. I love it so far. Like between this and photography, man, like I found a whole new passion that I can live off of, and that's freaking amazing. Let me see. I was writing down a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna go through real quick. I'm from California, where I see myself going with trading. I plan on doing this full time. I'm in the military now, and so after my 3 years are up, this is it for me. Like I'm studying this like a second job right now, because I figure the more prepared that I am now, the better I'll be tomorrow. And so the fact that I can do this full time, and I had to leave my son again, because in the military we always moving around, we always here, there, and all over the place. Like for a minute, I thought I was going to Japan, and I was going to see my boy for like 2 or 3 years. By the time I get back, he'll be in elementary school. And so that right there really put a fire on me and was like, yo, once you get out, you're not going to miss a baseball practice. You're not going to miss a football practice, a game. If you got a track and field thing somewhere in Arizona, daddy got it. Let's go. And, I can trade and do my thing while I'm at a practice game or whatever. And, that's like the biggest fire for me. I don't ever want to leave my little boy again, because it sucks being away and not watching him grow, missing his first steps, his first words. Like, I understand it's a job, but at the same time, if I ain't got to be gone, I ain't going. And, I found my why on why I don't want to leave. And I found my why on why I want to do this. And a couple of things that I learned by being within this group is that risk management is pretty solid. Risk management is everything. Like my first 2 weeks of trading live, I blew my account. Let's see, I found like this nice setup, and so I bought in, and I was like, okay, well I'm about to ball out, so I bought like a gang of freaking bids on it. And what happened was that I saw my money going up. I'm like, cool, I'm up by $80. I went and brushed my teeth, and I'm like, damn, I just blew my $200 account in like 2 minutes. And so that's like the biggest thing that I learned was how to properly handle risk management.
Right. Yeah, risk management is so important, man. And when was this? Was this before you joined our group or since?
Yeah, this was before.
Was this after?
No, this was before I joined.
Before?
I was with a couple different groups, and
Okay.
Yeah, man, they wasn't really that big on teaching their people. I mean, they was more like, go buy these videos, go watch these videos, and learn on your own. And the fact that I'm in this group and it's real, like legit, interactive, can't beat it. I like it.
Awesome. Good to hear. Glad to hear, man. And definitely stay locked in, man. There's a lot more to come. I know you're still relatively new, man, but we got a lot of great things planned for the future. So So with that being said, you guys, here you guys got a chance to hear from a few different people, a few people who recently been with the group, and some things that they've learned so far, and you got to hear a little bit about their story. But it's just the beginning. Expect a lot more great things to come from them. I see them; they're in here, they're active each and every single day, and I know what it takes. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had to pay my price, in order to be able to see some of the setups that I see. I've had to pay the price, you guys, and if you just stay attentive, if you stay active, if you plug in with the right group of people, you'll be able to get there as well. Okay, and then you can be out here, just chilling, like literally, guys. I'm in Miami right now. I plan on heading to Texas after here. And then I got to go to Chicago as well. I got a cousin out there who's also got some things popping off. She wants to really get into this Forex as well. And so we're just going to see where it goes from there, you guys. I do know also we do have a conference coming up the end of the summer. We're going to have a conference in Las Vegas, Nevada. We'll be providing more details about that later on throughout the rest of this month. So stay tuned for that. I will definitely tell you, all the arrangements. We're going to have like live trading. We're going to be hanging out. We're going to be having fun. We're going to be doing, sessions and the whole 9 yards, coaching sessions and everything, you guys. So it's going to be a lot of fun, all right? So with that being said, Lewis, Desmond, Stanley, Denisha, is there anything else that you guys would like to share before we go ahead and end this hangout and see what it's looking like this evening?
Just keep pipping, baby.
Just keep pipping. Hey, I see patience is your best friend. That's what I learned a lot since I've been trading. Patience is your best friend. Expecting that instant success, that freaking I'm gonna put a bid here and gain like $200 in like 20 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. Patience. That's what I had to learn.
True story. Patience is a virtue, man. The market rewards patience, so that's one of the things that we teach you. We teach you how to have, and that all comes back to the mental aspect. You see a lot of the things that these people are telling you guys, how to be successful. It all comes back down to the mental aspect of it and understanding, that when you have your mind, it just plays its way out. Okay, so that's one of the things that we teach you guys. Not only are we going to teach you how to read charts, not only are we going to teach you how to, get in at a good point and get out at the right point. Not only are we going to send you some fire signals like we do each and every single week, but we're going to teach you how to become self-sufficient so that you can step in the ring and do this on your own, okay? So we're going to give you the opportunity to learn while you earn, all right? So definitely, you guys, I want to thank you, everyone, for joining me on this hangout this evening. This is the Winning Ways Forex Trading Volume 18 with my guests, with my friends, people on the team. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, we look forward to seeing you at the top and not from the top. Y'all have a great week in the market. And we'll talk to you later. Peace.
All right,
Peace.
bye. All right, bye-bye.